Let's go for an adventure. Hey friends, it's your good friend Tim Campbell-Smith, and today I am bringing you along for a day in the life at Wilfrid Laurier University, Brantford. I recorded a day in the life, and not just any day in the life, but my first day, actually, so that you could see what does life at Laurier Brantford looks like. The whole thing is maybe 10 minutes, so you'll get a snapshot of a very long day in a very quick amount of time. I'm gonna bring you along for the commute. We're gonna get coffee, we're gonna study, you're gonna see some funny things that happen on campus, and we're gonna go to class. Before we get into that though, make sure you like and subscribe for all things higher ed, business, mental health, and life. I tried to record as much as I could. I definitely forgot a few elements. A couple things came up that caught me by surprise, and I didn't remember to record at the end. So I'm actually just gonna show you. Let's hop in now. I'm going to bring you along for the day, and then we'll talk about it and some things that happened afterwards. And so you are not just coming along for any day in the life, you're coming along for the first day in the life in-person classes on campus. This semester, I only have one day on campus, 2 3-hour classes on Mondays. So we're going to commute to campus. We're going to be exploring campus. We have a lot of homework to get done. We're hopefully going to meet up with some friends. We're going to go to class, and we're going to see what this day holds. So come along with me for a day at Laurier Brantford. Okay, step 1, coffee. Secured. Step 2, go find my first space to work. Maybe play a little bit of video games. Thank you. Okay, so the fire alarms went off in one building, and I was like, okay, I'll go move to another building. Found comfy chairs in another building. Great. Was playing video games there, talking to a friend. And then the fire alarm went off in another building, so I'm gonna go find my first study spot, and I guess I'm gonna go, start some work. Okay, so it's almost 9:30, and you can't really tell, but I've just taken over this desk here at Laurier. In one market, there's this giant, open student lounge. So I found one of the few spaces with electrical outlets to charge a couple of my devices. Otherwise, I gotta get to work. I have a lot. This is the first full week of readings that I have to do. There's readings, there's homework, there's quizzes in multiple classes. So today we are working on epidemiology, and now we're starting to get into the math of it all. So I'm gonna get to work on that. Okay, so a habit that I have is moving around. I can get really bored and really easily in a certain space, so I try to move around just to change up my environment, to freshen my perspective. Also, I needed coffee. This is coffee number 2. I'm guessing I'm gonna have 3 today. But so I just finished in this space. I love this space, but it's time for a bathroom break. I'm realizing, ironically, I was working on my mental health literacy course and about self-care and about types of rest. And literally, I just was reading about tips for rest and care. One tip that I just learned today, and I'm going to pass this on to you for my mental health literacy class, is that your form of rest should be different from the activity you were doing before. So I was just sitting quietly in silence, reading and really using my brain. So now I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to move my body, and I'm going to listen to music. And then I'm thinking I'm going to play a little bit of video games, maybe grab some lunch in there, and then keep getting back to work. Okay, so it is now 10 after 2. Class is not until 4 o'clock. But then this is going to get a lot more boring because I have class from 4 to 7, and then I have class from 7 to 10. Yes, 6 hours of back-to-back classes on Mondays. This is normally the time that I have lunch. I will admit it's a little later today than I wanted it to be because I just got so focused on finishing an assignment and handing it in. So now I'm checking out here at Laurier Brantford. There's the Belmont. So I think it's the university restaurant. It looks tiny from inside the One Market Mall, but now it's huge. There's lots of open areas. Maybe I'll do a tour of it on a short or a TikTok or something. But I found I need space beside windows, so I've got this beautiful open space by the window. I did notice that there's no Wi-Fi in here for the school, so I think I'm gonna take this as a sign that maybe I should take a break. I brought my Nintendo Switch. That's another thing is I think it's important to take breaks and bring something. Always have something on your person at school that can allow you to take a mental break. I brought my Nintendo Switch to play. I'm playing Animal Crossing, so I think I'm gonna play some Animal Crossing, have some lunch, and then finish a few more readings before I go to class. I just want to get ahead on a set of readings because the first test in that course is coming up a lot faster than I thought we would have in university. So, gonna have some lunch, play some Animal Crossing, and I'll check in with you about class. Okay, so it's 3:15. Class is technically in 45 minutes. Two things. One, strategies that I learned and I started implementing, and oh my gosh, is this a game changer and it's helping with my school days? Have a set of goals for the day. So set yourself an agenda or goals of okay, today I want to accomplish. Because today, otherwise I would have had no idea what today was supposed to look like. So I was like, I'm gonna do these certain readings, I'm gonna finish this, I'm gonna do, so on and so forth. That's one. So I'm on track. I've now just finished the mental health literacy readings I wanted to get done for today. So that's good. Um, the second thing, though, we got to talk about this. I suspect this is going to be a regular part of my learning journey, but I find it fascinating what I learn and how it compares to the world around me and what I experience. Literally doing my work on mental health literacy today and reading about physical activity and mental health and how the two kind of impact each other. And I'm literally reading on physical activity and avoiding a sedentary lifestyle of sitting down. And I'm like, I've been sitting all day other than my movement breaks, and I'm about to head into 2 3-hour classes sitting in a lecture hall. That's ironic. Anyways, gonna wrap this up, go to the bathroom, and then class time.
What are the course objectives? And this is another very concrete example of neither the life of an individual nor the history of his society. You can't understand them without understanding both.
Okay, friends, so quick little check in. I'm halfway through my second class, 6 hours of class. Let me tell you. First prof, you get this man excited about social work and social welfare and social justice, and this man, 7:02, this man just started talking, and we were in his world. Second class seems very interesting. The room is way too hot. I am super hungry. It's funny, I come from York, teaching at York University and Connoisseur College. We were taught you've got to end your class at a good time so that people can stretch and food and whatever and go to the next class. These profs don't do that. I don't know if the second one, I'm in my public health class, I don't know if she'll do it, but first guy, he tried to keep us right until 4 to 7 p.m. and a bunch of us were we have 7 o'clock classes to go to. So, had to run out. I'm so hungry. I still haven't eaten since lunch, and it's now 8:15. So my partner will be picking me up. That's how Mondays are going to work. So I'm going to spend the day on campus, have classes. My partner will pick me up and drive me home. I hope he brings food. I will tell him to bring food. Okay, so this has been a day in my life. I will, after this, we're going to go into my office and I will explain why I do some things the way I do with my schedule and my school and life, but it is now 9:25. Class has gotten out. I am hoping that 2 back-to-back 3-hour classes was not a bad idea. The way I structured my schedule was to have all my classes that are on campus on a certain day, ideally. That worked out this semester. That will not work out next semester. I came a little early today, as y'all saw, so that I could find my way to campus and figure out what are good study spots and work spots, and I did. Classes were great. It was really interesting. So my second class this evening was public health, and in public health we have mandatory graded exercises in class, which is weirdly reminiscent of when I taught at York University, because we did that at York in a couple of classes I taught as well. Oh, this makes for a long day, though. Interestingly, though, I definitely found myself I always thought I'm going to focus. I'm not going to multitask. I'm not going to be distracted. I definitely multitasked and was distracted, but also because day one, I'm very nerdy. I'm very on the ball. So the prof had released this video, and I thought we were supposed to watch the video before coming to class. No. We watched it in class, discussed it in class, and then it was the basis for the assignment. So while the video was playing and it was 14 minutes long, I got just a little discussion board post done for another class, checked an email, updated my reading list. So, so today, what have I done? Commuted to school, studied, played video games, did homework, did readings. Realized I'm not as far ahead on my readings because in my epidemiology class, this week, some weeks you have to read like multiple chapters. We have to do 2 chapters this week. So I'm not as far ahead, and I actually need to stay ahead. And then had class and had very full lectures. Now I'm going to go to bed. But let's hop back in. I'm going to go to my office. I'll explain a couple other things and what some elements in the day of my life looks like here at Laurier Brantford, and we'll wrap up from there. And that was my day at Laurier Brantford. Now, a couple other things that you should know that came up. One, I made some friends in classes. It was kind of hard to record in class because, and I didn't notice this until I was watching the playback, that there was a person in the background of my social work class, and I was trying to avoid that. In public health, I tend to sit at the front of the room. That's just the kind of student I am. In public health, I was sitting towards the front. It's and it's a raked room, so levels for all the chairs, and there were a lot of people behind me, so I couldn't really record in my public health class. That's why I had to do it like in the hallway or in a separate room after the fact. I did end up making a couple friends and chatting with some friends between social work and my public health class. So that was pretty cool, but like first day of meeting them, I didn't want to be like, by the way, do you want to show up on my YouTube channel? So I didn't get to show that as well. I should also say, like, my day in the life, I showed you a day on campus. I set so that in first semester, I am only on campus on Mondays. I thought that would be easier. It's easier to transition into university so that my other days I can work and have a life. Second semester, I do have to be on campus 4 days a week. And since that first day has been recorded, events have come up and interviews and opportunities have come up. So I will have to go to campus on like other random days. But I set it up because I'm so self-motivated, because I can do my own independent work, to only be on campus on Mondays. So that's why I showed you one day on campus, and that is my day on campus on Mondays. I also went early that day to learn the bus and to figure out like how to actually get to Brantford. I will not be going that early in the morning every single week. So that's been a day in my life as a Laurier Brantford student. Comment and let me know any questions that you have about Laurier Brantford. Otherwise, make sure you like and subscribe for all things business, higher ed, mental health, and life, and we'll chat soon. Bye for now.